Hello everybody, it's Wendy, and today we're going to make some Y necklaces using the April 2023 edition of the Bargain Bee Box called Spring Blossoms. So first of all, our encouraging word for today is a generous man will prosper. He who refreshes others will himself be refreshed. That's Proverbs 11:25. All right, so Bargain Bead Box this month, I decided to try to do some Y necklaces. So I've got a big mess out here on my bead mat, but I hope it's going to all make sense by the end of this video. So I have, and I can't remember, it's been a while since I've looked at the sheet to see what these are. It's been a crazy, crazy busy month. So these are the 10mm matte pink adventurine. I'm going to use those. These are just some spacers that I pulled from my, or little metal beads that I pulled from my own stash, because we're going to use this rose quartz pendant and this link and some of the rose quartz beads. Here they are. Let's pull them down here. So it was difficult a little bit with the golds in this box. So I did not feel like these golds, these leaves, went very well with this. They did okay with, I mean, they're better than these. So these over here, where are they at? I did not feel like they went with that at all. They're just too yellow. And then the bead caps were too yellow, I felt like, to go with this. So I have had to pull out some beads from my own stash. I wish I would have had some bead caps, but I don't have any in this color. So I was a little frustrated with that, but it's okay. We're going to make it work. And you're going to need some eye pins. And again, my eye pins are not the very gold color that I wanted, but we're going to go with it because I think it'll be okay. So you're going to need a lobster claw, a ring for your lobster to clasp onto, a couple of jump rings to hook your Y onto, and then a jump ring to clasp your lobster onto your other links with. Okay, so for this one, we're just going to do a Y, a very simple Y shape, but we're going to do it making links. So we're going to set these little beads up here for a minute. Okay. Just to get all this stuff kind of out of the way. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our pendant here, and we're just going to attach it and this. And I may have to use a big jump ring for this. I'm going to see how it looks. But what I want to do is attach this link on just like that. And actually, I think that might work. Okay. Just like that. Now, the problem with this is you have got to attach, see, this is hanging front to back, so I'm going to either have to attach my links on either side of it or put another ring to make it lay flat. And I think that's what I might do. I might get another little ring here. Let's see how this will look. Sometimes you just have to look at it and see what you think looks good. But if I put this one on and close him up, these are thick little jump rings. So I'm just going to close this up really good. That is not closed up really good. There we go. Just trying to get it closed up real good. These are really thick jump rings. I like them. I don't even know where I got them, but I like them because they're so thick, but they can be a little difficult to maneuver in a small space. There we go. Okay. So we're closing him up really good, just so nothing will slip out. All right. That looks good. And so then that's what we've got. We have this little ring on top now, and this is dangling down from it. And this is how that I think I'm going to leave it. I think it'll look best like that. So once you get your little dangle done, then we're going to just set it aside for a minute, and we're going to start making some links. So I have eye pins here. And I'm just going to kind of do it randomly. I mean, I'm going to make this match, I think, both sides. So let's see here. I wish I would have had some bead caps that matched that, but I just didn't. Okay, so I'm going to do a white, a rose quartz, a little gold bead, and a pink. Now each one of these I need to make two, okay? So I've got my white, my rose quartz, my little gold bead, a pink. I'm going to do another rose quartz. I'm going to make these a little bit long, these links, and one more gold bead. Just like that, okay? And all I'm going to do is bend this 90 degrees, just like that. I am going to cut it, and I don't like my loops to be super big, so I cut a little short of my finger's width, and that usually works pretty good. And then I'm just going to roll this loop back with my round nose plier. And make sure that you get your loop closed up, and that is going to go on this side. Now I need to make another one for the other side. And then I'm just going to continue. So you kind of have to know how long that you want your Y necklace to be in order to, you know, to do your links the way that you want it. And it's totally up to your own creative control how long you like these to be. So I am not sure how long I'm going to make this one. I like mine to hang pretty long. Just trying to get a pink bead on there. There we go. Pink bead. Another rose quartz. Come on, where's the hole? There we go. And another gold bead. Okay, so just like that. I'm just doing it the same that I did the other one. So everything I do for the one side, I'm just going to do for the other side. They're going to be identical. Each side, I mean, is going to be identical. Okay. So there's that one and that one. And they are going to hook right on to that ring, okay? So I need to make enough links to connect them all together, and I probably will connect them together with jump rings. Maybe not these big ones, probably these smaller ones, because they're a little easier to maneuver. But I will connect them all together with the jump rings just because I like the way that they hang better when they're hooked together with jump rings. And so go ahead and make your links. Now, like my next link here, I've got the big bead. And probably what I will do is, let's see, maybe a pink, a larger bead. And I'm going to try to use some of these, the color, really pretty colored shades in there, and then a white one. And that might be all I do for the next link. So, you know, and then I'll go back and do another link out of these. So just go ahead and get all your beads strung up. Now, I did save out a few of these white rondelles, these little guys right here, for the next necklace that I'm going to do. I saved out 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, probably should save out 12. So 12 of them for this other necklace. But the rest of these beads you can use in this, and you won't be hurting any other necklace. So just go ahead and make as many links as you want, and then come right on back. Okay, so I'm back, and what I've ended up with are 8 links per side, and I made all my links around, I don't know, an inch long, probably, something like that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hook everything together. So I'm just going to take my little jump rings here, and I'm just going to hook on, so this one, and you want to make sure you get it on the right jump ring, to this. And it'll be easier once we get it going up and down here. Okay, so there's that. That's on that side. Just lay everything out so you can see how it's laying. And then we're going to take this one, and we're going to hook this jump ring on right here, and then this guy goes on right here. Okay, so that's the beginning. That's the Y part right there of our Y-shaped necklace. Okay, just like that. Now, I'm going to continue to attach these with the jump rings, keeping the same ones together. So, you know, I'm making sure that they match on both sides, and I'm going to go all the way up, and when I'm finished, we'll come back and we'll measure and see if we need to make more links. Okay, so I'm back, and I've got all my links hooked together, and like I said, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 on each side, and so the sides measure right at 12 inches. So 12 inches pretty much, or 11 3/4 per side, and that's how I want mine to be. I don't want it to be super long, this one. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to hook on my lobster and the ring for the lobster. So here's our lobster. And the ring. I'm just hooking this right on to the link there. And that is our first Y-shaped necklace. Y necklace, I don't know what you want to call them, but very, very pretty. Now I'll put these all on a form at the end so you can see them, but that's this one. Now we're going to lay it aside, and we're going to make another one. So we've got, out of this one, I saved out some of these white rondelles, and I actually didn't end up using all of them in that last one, so I'm just going to pull all these together that I had left, just to keep things from being too convoluted on the table. I've got this little, really cute little charm right here, okay? I've got this dangle. We're going to do that dangle again. I know, it's repetitive, but I like it. I think it looks cute. I've got all the green rondelles out of that mix that was in the box. I have all of the peridot chips, and I have the peridot rounds, faceted rounds. I have these leaf beads, and I have the chain, okay? And then again, I have a couple of 12 millimeter jump ring and a lobster. If I can find my lobster, what did I do with him? He has disappeared. I will have to pull out another one. But I'm going to have a lobster, and then I'm using some 7-strand bead-along bead stringing wire. And I'm going to have, here in just a second, let's see here. Do I want to use, yeah, I'm going to use, let's see. I'm going to use a couple of crimp tubes, I think. So 2x2 crimp tubes. Let me get them out. Actually, you're going to need 4. Whoops. Well, no, you are only going to need 2. No, you are going to need, nope, just 2. Sorry. Having a hard time here. Okay, so 2x2 crimp tubes, 2 wire guardians. Can find what I did with my wire guardians now. They appear to not be where they should be. Where have you gone? Let me look here and see if I can find them. I hate when I don't put things back where they're supposed to be. And now they're looking for them, and I cannot find my wire guardian. Where in the world? Very interesting. Okay, I'll be right back. Gotta go find the wire guardians. Okay, found them. They were literally where they were supposed to be. Okay, I've got some more jump rings here. I've got the wire guards, the 2x2 crimp tubes, the chain from the box. So this is everything you're gonna need for the second Y necklace, okay? So let's go ahead and get started. So I'm just going to pull off, and I'm going to use some bead bugs, because if you saw my last Jesse James video where I dumped all my beads in the floor, I've learned my lesson this time. Okay, so I'm just going to pull off. This one I'm going to make a little longer than the other one, I think. Well, you know what? I'm probably not, because I don't think I have enough. Well, yeah, I'm going to use chain. Okay, never mind. Okay. Focus, Wendy, focus. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to pull off about, I'm going to go about 6 or 8 inches, 2 pieces of those. And you know what? I was trying to say that you needed 4 wire guards and 4, I just dropped my string in the floor. 4 wire guards and 4 crimp tubes, and you do. I cannot get my thoughts together today, guys. I swear. I've got so much on my mind right now. So 4 wire guards and 4 crimp tubes. These are 2x2 crimp tubes, 5mm wire guards. Okay, there's number 3 crimp tube. Get number 4 crimp tube out of there. And my silly chair, office chair, the hydraulic thing is broken in it now, and every time I push it up, it slowly slides back down. And I'm short. I need it as high as it'll go. So I'm having problems with that. Big problems with my chairs. All of them are like that now. They're all old. Let me scoot it back up. Alrighty. See how long that lasts. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we are going to hook our little dangle to our thingy here, our little ring, with a jump ring. Very simple. Very, very simple little. And you know what? You may need a ball head pin. I may put a dangle on the end of this. We'll see. So we're just going to hook this right on like this. Okay. And there it is. So pretty. Alrighty. Now, yeah, you know what? Pull out a ball head pin. I want to see. I think I might put one of these little, if this will even go on a ball head pin. It may not. So that I may just scrap that idea. I was thinking of putting a little dangle on the end of this thing, but yeah, it will go. But is it even gonna? I don't know. We'll wait and see. We might do that. Okay, so we've got our little middle here. So now we need our 2 pieces of bead stringing wire. And what we're going to do is we're going to hook a jump ring on this middle piece right here. So the loop right here, I'm going to hook a jump ring and one more jump ring. Okay, so there's one. And I think that one more will fit through there, I hope. Yeah, and there's 2. Okay, so I'm just going to lay it down here, split my jump rings like this, because one's going to go on one side and one's going to go on the other. And we're going to crimp directly on to our jump rings. Okay, so I'm going to take my crimp tube, put it on, put my wire guard on, and I'm going up and around my wire guard. Whoops. Pull that down a little. Okay, and we're going back through our crimp tube. Oh my goodness. There we go. Back through our crimp tube. Now the way I do this is I hold my 2 strands of bead stringing wire in place. You don't really want them to be crossed if you can keep it from being crossed. And it's kind of hard sometimes to tell if they are or not. So I just do the best I can. So we've got it right like this, okay? And I'm going to bend this in. I like that jump ring bent, or that wire guard bent in. I just feel like it looks better. And I'm going to take my crimping pliers. Where are they? I'm telling you, my desk is a mess today. Okay, I'm going to take my crimping pliers. I'm going to grab the crimp in that back divot, and I'm going to pull this up so that there's no wire sticking up here. So I'm holding these with this hand, with this finger and thumb, and I'm pulling up just gently with my pliers, and then I'm just going to mash that down, see? And each wire goes in its own little divot, and there's nothing looping up there. I'm going to turn it vertically, put it right in here, and close it up. Just like that. Tug it, give it a tug test, okay? Now we're going to hook it right onto this jump ring. I was just going to crimp onto the jump ring, but I didn't, so now we're just going to hook it on. And we're going to do the same exact thing for the other side. So I've got my piece of wire here. I've got my crimp tube and my wire guardian. Putting it up the one channel, coming across and down the other one. And putting my crimp tube over both pieces of bead stringing wire. Okay, I'm grabbing that with my fingers, just like I did before, holding this in my pliers, pulling up, and mashing down. Okay, give it a tug test. Make sure it's secure. If it's going to come loose, you want it to come loose now. It shouldn't, but see, tug test. Okay. Oh, and I forgot to do that with my wire guard. Okay, and then we're going to take this one and hook it right onto this side. There we go. Going to close this right up. And here's what we have. Okay, now we're just going to start beading, and this is your own, you know, creative control, however you want it to be. I'm going to start with this little white bead. I'm putting my tail through the bead, just like that, and I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Now, I want to make this one identical on both sides. You don't have to. You can do it however you want, but I'm going to bead it up the same on both sides, just like this. So there's that. Let's see, let's do a couple chips. I love gemstone chips. I think they're so cool. They just add so much texture. I'm going to do 3 per side. So we've got 3 there. Get my little tail through there. Oh, I think Sadie is locked in the bedroom because I hear her whining. Let's do 3 over here. She must have been in there under the bed when I closed the door, as I did not see her. Okay, 1, 2, 1 more, 3. All right, let's go ahead and tuck the tail in here. Just a minute, Sadie. Oh, she is definitely in there because she just banged the door. Did you hear her? She's like, let me out. She probably got to go outside. Okay, let me check on the doggy. You in there, Sadie? Oh. There she is. What'd you do? Did you get locked in there? Come here. Where are you going? Do you need to go out? Want to go outside? Come on this way. Alrighty, let's go outside. Yeah, there's your bone. Oh, you're going to take it with you? You're going to take your bone outside with you? Oh, no, you're going to leave it there. You going to take your bone or leave it? Alright, let's go. She's just woke up from a nap and she's feeling frisky. Alright, let's go outside. Whoops. Go pee-pee, Sadie. There she goes. Y'all can see my beautiful Florida lifestyle out here. I love, well, there's a cup on the ground. We have a raccoon that keeps getting in our trash at night. But I love flowers. Look at the flowers. Aren't they beautiful? There's my bougainvillea that Robbie Bragg helped me pick out. It's so pretty. And I need to weed my flower bed a little bit, but still looking pretty good. My rose moss is blooming down there. And look at my bleeding heart. Oh my gosh, it's got little babies on it. Look, oh, can't wait till that blooms. You done? Okay, here she comes. Come on, let's go back inside. Here we go. We got work to do. Yes, we do. Alrighty. Good girl. Good girl, Sadie Sue. There's your bone. You've got the rug all messed up. Here's your bone. Look. I'm going to get it. I'm going to get that bone. Here I go. Oh, give it to me. You don't share very well, do you? There she goes. Okay. Okay, so here we are. Back to the grind. Let's see. What do I want to put on next? Probably a gold leaf. So these leaves have a pointy part and a non-pointy part. I'm going to put the pointy part facing down. Get on there. Yeah, that's pretty. Pointy part facing down again. It's a little easier to string when you get past the tail, but I like to leave a little tail just as a safeguard in case your necklace would come undone. You would have something maybe to restring a little bit. You wouldn't have to restring the whole thing, is what I'm trying to say. Not very successfully. Okay, let's add, this is a lighter green little rondelle. I'll do the same on the other side. Little lighter green one. And then I want to do one of these peridot faceted. These are so pretty. They have such a beautiful sparkle to them. But they don't fit on very many things. Either very thin wire or bead stringing wire. They are beautiful though. I can't even find the hole to get this on. Oh my, where's it at? I do have my glasses on, I promise. Okay, can't find it in that one. Let's try this one. I know that it has a hole because it came off of a string, so there we go. They're just very tiny. But they are going to add some beautiful sparkle to this necklace. So I'm going to string on one of these on either side, and then I'm just going to continue stringing it. I'm probably going to string a good 7-8 inches on each side if I have enough beads. Okay, so go ahead and string yours up and come right on back. Okay, so I've got my necklace strung up here, and I have done about 8 inches of beads. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and crimp this. So same thing we did before, wire guardian and crimp tube. And then I'm going to use this chain, but I can't crimp right onto the chain because it's very tiny. If I didn't use the wire guard, I could, but I really want to use the wire guard just for security purposes. So I'm going to come up and around on the wire guard. This. Down through, back down through my crimp tube. And a couple of the beads if I can. Let's see if I can get this to go through. I don't know if it'll go back through that peridot bead. They're very, very tiny holes. Nope. Okay, that's all right. We're just going to go ahead and just crimp it down. So I've got it right here. I'm just going to hold it. Going to pull everything tight, crimp it down, turn sideways, and close it up. Well, maybe. Come on now. Wants to twist on me. Mash it again in the middle there. Okay, there we go. Close it right up. Give it a tug. You don't want anything coming loose. And then trim your wire right off. Now, if you wanted to use a crimp bead cover on here, you could. I'm not going to, I don't think. I think it's okay. And I'm just going to do the same thing to the other side. Crimp bead, wire guard, up and around. Back down through my wire guard, back down through my crimp bead, or crimp tube, and pull everything tight. Okay, just like that. Just make sure that you don't have any gaps in here. And then I'm just going to lay it in here, pull tight, and smash it. Turn sideways, and close it right up. And there we go. Tug test, we're good. Trim it off. Okay, so here we have it. Now, you have to decide how long you want this to be. I want mine to hang pretty long on me, this one, because I just like the way it looks. So let's see here. I'm probably going to do about 8 more inches of chain, I think. So let me cut this. Okay, and then I'm gonna do this little trick here. This is a great way to get your chain completely even. You just hang it from a pin of some sort, come all the way down like this, and you can see exactly where to cut. Okay, now I'm going to take my jump rings. I'm going to hook right onto here and right onto here. If it'll go through there, I hope it will. Yeah, it does. And just make sure you get these again closed up really good, because that is some fine chain and it will come out. If it's not closed up real good, that jump ring's not, it'll come right out of there. Okay, go ahead and make this one, same thing. Come right through there. Okay, and here we have it. So now you just hold it up on yourself, make sure that it's not too long or too short. Yep, that's right about where I want it. And I neglected to grab another lobster clasp out, didn't I? Where are they? Here they are. Nope, that's not them. I'm telling you, I'm gonna have to clean this desk off. It's getting to be out of control. Here they are. Alright, we'll use this. Okay. One lobster. And a ring for the lobster to clasp onto. I don't know if that ring will go through this 12mm ring. May not go through that little chain. We're going to see, but it may not. I may have to put it on with a jump ring. I don't think it's going to. Nope. Okay. So we will close that right back up. And I have my 2 jump rings that I know will go through this little chain. So we're going to hook this one on. Hook our ring on. Hook this one on. And our lobster clasp. Just make sure they're closed up really good, and there you have it. Here is another. So that's our second Y necklace using the bargain bead box. Isn't it cute? Super cute. Okay, so we are going to make another one, I think. Let's try it and see. So for this one, okay, so this is my lampwork glass bead. And it cracked in half. So I have glued it back together with GS Hypo Cement. And I've glued this little round charm on it to just give it some stability. That's going to be the bottom of our Y. And actually, I was considering putting this leaf on the bottom of this, because I only had one of these leaves left. And I thought about just hanging it right. I think I will. That'd be kind of cute. So I'm going to do the rondelle, one of the little peridot beads. What did I do with them? Here they are. So little peridot bead. That's a dark one. Let's use it. It'll show up really well. If I can find the hole, there we go. And the leaf bead. Yeah, that's kind of cute. And another of the little peridot beads, maybe. I don't want to make it too much. I may just do, let me just look here and see what it'll look like. That's pretty cute, actually. Okay, so we're going to do a wrapped loop here. I'm going to bend this 90 degrees. That eye pin, or head pin. And you have to use a ball head pin for these, because those little peridot beads are so small. I came up and over, so make like a little question mark. Rotate these up. Come under. And I'm going to hook this directly onto the bottom of this little dangle. This is a little, These little connectors I thought were so cute in the bargain bead box this month. I really liked them. And we're going to grab that there, and we're just going to wrap this wire. Okay, I'm just doing a little wrap around 3 or 4 times. Then I'm going to take my cutters and trim that off. There we go. And I like the way that looks. I think that's, well, let me get this laying right. That's really cute on there, the little dangle. So, okay, now we're going to do our next one. Sorry, I just got distracted and saw that leaf and was like, oh yeah. Okay, so we've got this piece that we had to glue back together. I hope it stays. I don't know if it's going to or not. And so this is everything that I have left in the box now. I've got these adventuring pieces. I've got these rose quartz. So I have a bunch of these rose quartz beads left. I have the peridot chips and these rondelles, and see, I'm mixing up these peridot beads in here. The little peridot rounds. I still have a few of them left too. So let me get the rest of these. Oh, and I have these glass beads too. These little glittery ones that they sent, which I think are pretty. I wasn't sure I was going to use them, but I don't know. We'll see if we use them here or not. Now, this Y necklace. So I'm trying to make them all a little bit different. This one, whoops, I could use those too, couldn't I? We'll see. I've still got some of these little white ones. Is that everything? Okay. So what's left now are these light green, which I did not think went with the box at all. These really, they're almost like a light blue, and they just didn't go with anything else in there, so I'm not going to use them. These rose quartz beads, I am not crazy about them. I mean, you're never going to know those are roses unless you're like right up on top of them. So I'm probably not going to use those. So that's, and then I had the toggle clasps, which are pretty and I could use them. But I may use them on this necklace. It would be pretty on this necklace. And then I had the ear wires left, but I'm really not doing a lot of earrings this time. I'm trying to do Y necklaces. So I don't know. We might use those later. So I do have these guys here. Oh, and I have these beads left, but these are so yellow. I don't really think that they look that good with this. And so are the bead caps. They're just super yellow. Yellow gold. So I don't know. I mean, maybe without those. If I took those out, I might be able to use the bead caps and these yellow ones. Because the only other gold is down here in the clasp if we do it. So yeah, we might be able to put these in if we take those others out. But you just can't mix up that gold. I don't like to mix up the gold and the Casey gold and the yellow gold. I don't think it looks good. So, okay. So let's see. What do we want to do with this? So we've got this one little piece that we could dangle from the very bottom of something. Or, where are my 12mm rings? Oh, you know what I could do? I could do something like this. That might be kind of cool. I could even do a bead link in between. So this is designing. This is what you figure out what you want to do. So do I want to do a bead link in between? That might be kind of cool. I don't know. I also have the regular little rings here. I could use one of these. I may do that. Kind of like that better. And then hook it on with these guys. These little jump rings. And then I might make a link in here and do a bunch of links up the sides. So we did the big links on the other one. I'm not sure if I want to do... I have a little bit of chain left too. So technically I could do like a... I could dangle this down from the chain through here. That might be kind of cool. do some chain up one side and some links up the other and make it kind of like an asymmetrical sort of situation, like this. And then we could go up this side with this chain and then hook some links on the other side. That might be kind of pretty. Can't really decide. I don't think I want to use these. I'm not liking those so much with it. I mean, they pick up that color, but I don't know. Can't decide if I want to use them or not. Maybe. Now, we need to put our chain through our circle and hook it right on. Just like that. Okay, close it up. And there's what we have. Now, I know it doesn't make sense right now. We'll hear in a minute. Let's take our, so we got this going through here. Okay, so now what we want to do is have a little beaded section on this side. So let's see. Let's do a little beaded section. Let's do this. How about a light green? Where are the peridot? Okay, peridot, light green, this guy, and then we'll do a rose quartz with bead caps. This guy, a light green, and a peridot. Okay, so we're going to do that on our eye pin. So, peridot bead. Oh, will he go on here? He may not go on here. May have to put him. Yeah, he's not going to go in here. Those guys aren't. We'll use chips instead. The chips will go. Okay, so chip. Or at least most of the chips will go. Light green. This guy. Bead cap. Rose quartz. Bead cap. This one. Light green. And our other chip. Okay. There's a cute little link. We are going to bend it 90 degrees. And roll back a loop. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue. I'm going to hook this on with a jump ring, I think. Just like this. Onto this 12mm ring. Okay. And then I am going to continue. And I am going to make this a pretty long one as well. So I'm going to cut this chain, let's see, right about here. And I'll measure that for you. So from the end of the chain here to right here is, measure that, is about 7.25 inches, okay? So go ahead, and what you need to do is you need to make beads equal to 7.25 inches. Bead connectors, okay? So go ahead and do that and come on back. Go ahead, make them to 7.25 inches and hook them together. You can hook them with jump rings. I prefer to, so I'm going to 7.25 inches of beads and then come right on back. Okay, so I'm back, but I told y'all wrong. You don't want the 7.25 inches of beads over here. You want about 6 inches because your little chain's going to hang through here. So you want this part of chain and this part to be pretty much even, okay? So now we're going to pull this down and we're going to cut 6 inches of chain. Okay, so let me measure that out. And these don't have to be exact scientifically precise, but you know, you just want to get it as close as you can. So about 6 inches here. cutters are so dull. They even do it? No, they did not. I have some new ones, but they're in a haul over there that I need to film, and I don't want to really use them until I film that. So I guess I could. It doesn't really matter. Okay. Now we're going to hook this chain on over here on the side with our beads, with our jump ring. Whoops. Okay. Got a mess on my desk. I'm going to have to stop and clean it up after this. I filmed several videos today. So we'll get this guy in here and hook it right into here. Just like that. And then we're going to do, whoops, that won't happen here in a minute. Okay, we're going to do 6 more inches of beads over on this side. Okay, so you can see how it's coming together. It's going to be the Y necklace. So we're going to have our Y hanging down, and then we're going to have beads, chain, chain, beads. Okay, so go ahead and do your 6 inches of links. Hook them on just like this, and over here though, and come right back. Okay, so here's what we've got, and I think I'm ready to put the clasp on. Let me hold it up. It actually could be a bit longer, so let's see. I think what I will do now, I don't really want to do, well, I could. I do have a little bit of chain left. I've got this much chain left. I think it needs about 3 or 4 more inches to be long enough to where I want it to hang, because I want it to hang down with this one kind of long. So I'm going to go ahead and add this chain on this side for another, like, let's see here. I'm going to do another, I'm just going to do another 6 inches. Why not? Now let me, I can always trim it off if it's too long, right? Yeah. So let's add that on to this side, and we're going to do links again on the other side. I'm going to probably do about 4 inches and then hold it up and see how it fits, because I don't want it to hang all the way to my knees, but you know, I want it to be kind of long. So let me hook this chain on this side. And I'm going to do another probably 3.5 to 4 inches of bead links on the other side. And then I'll hold it up and measure it, and we'll see. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do a few more over here and then check it again. I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm down to the very end of my necklace, and it's kind of hard to get the whole thing on screen, but I'm going to measure. So from on my shorter side here, the side that the Y, see, there's the Y, okay? So on my shorter side here, I have got 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, about 17.5 inches. On my other side, I've got 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, about 21.5 inches, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and put my toggles on up here. I'm trying to get the camera where you guys can see what I'm doing. This is a long one. I like these kind, sometimes long. So I'm going to just put the toggle on. So I've got my toggle ring here. If you notice, I'm putting my toggle bar on the part with the chain. And the reason I'm doing that is sometimes if you have beads behind your toggle bar, you'll have trouble getting it through your toggle ring. So I'm just going to go ahead, well, I sure wish I could get this jump ring on. I'm going to go ahead and put it on the side that, yeah, I won't have to worry about that. These are small beads anyway. I don't think it would be a huge deal. It wouldn't matter anyway, but, you know, I'll just do it over here, so it's just a non-issue. Okay. So there is that one. Let's go ahead and close that up. And here is another Y necklace. using our bargain bead box beads. So we've got this guy right here. We have this one. And we have this one. Okay, so these three. Now I have, let me get this out of the way a little bit. There we go. Okay, so these three. Now here's what I have left. I have this many rose quartz beads left. I have all of these spacers. I have these chips, these peridot rounds, or no, these little rondelles. These are the peridot faceted rounds. I have this one, and this one, and these guys. I'm not going to use those with any of this because I didn't think they matched the green ones. Turquoise or teal, whatever they are. Okay, so I don't know. I mean, we could technically make another one if we wanted to, but I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm just going to leave it at these three. So they turned out really pretty, though. 3 Y-shaped necklaces. One thing I could do is like some green up one side and pink up the other, but yeah, I don't know. I think I'm just going to hold it at this. So we got 3 Y-shaped necklaces, and I probably will do some earrings or a memory wire bracelet or something like that. We could do a memory wire bracelet that would match all 3 of these. That'd be kind of cool. So watch out for that video. I might do that one. But yeah, check out Bargain Bead Box. I will have the links in the description box below this video. I think it's the best beading subscription service out there for the value. It's really great. Yeah, and I have a coupon code for $2 off. You can either get $2 off your first month's box or $2 off your first purchase in their store. Now, when you subscribe to their box, you get a 30% off coupon to use in their store over and over, and you can use that all month long, and you get it every month. So it's basically a continuous 30% off, so pretty nice. And they have great prices. So anyway, guys, I'm going to put these on a form. I'll be right back. So here are our 3 Y necklaces in my light box. There's the first one. And the second one. And the third one was kind of hard because it's really long, so it was hard to get on there, but I think they turned out pretty good. So if you're interested in Bargain Bead Box, I have all the links in the description box below the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.